We like this question regarding the crown chakra and the base chakra, also roots as well. We should explain how at this moment in time they may be quite closed, but maybe at this particular time on your planet what is happening. What happens to the human being when they have shock? When they have shock, they go inwards. You come in. If you were to put your hand into a fire, you will move your hand away very quickly. With the crown chakra, the information that has been accessing out into the environment at the moment, there is a shock on your planet. There are many people that are finding it difficult to understand what has been happening on your planet. And through the internalness of the wounds and the fear and anxiety, the body goes into shock. When the body goes into shock, it repels and it goes in. So that means some of the chakras, even the roots, that you are pulling yourself up and in like a sea pod. This is this human sense that you feel you are safe. Like the fetal position, you go in. Because this has been programmed. This has been programmed internally within you. You feel that this is the way to protect yourself. But it is the opposite. It is to look at that as in what is happening for you as an individual and look into the heart area and see what is going on and what you are processing. But the idea is for you to expand. But humans are fearful at the moment because of what they have been told or what they are unsure of what is really happening on your planet. There will also be many light workers and energy healers that have felt quite stressed, overloaded with the work that they will also pull in and go in on themselves. There will be many wounds that have been activated. As you're all humans, you're having human experiences, that will be happening too. With your pandemic that you've had on your planet, it brings you in with shock. You go in because you don't want to expose yourself. You're fearful of popping out. You're fearful of looking outside of yourself because you're unsure of what the truth really is. Humans do this. You tend to go in yourself. You hold yourself back. Yes, you are correct. The frequency on your planet is quite low at the moment, and it's almost as if, is it safe for me to come out? It is like the little dormouse that looks outside to check, is it okay? But if you do not know the truth of what is happening, you feel fearful. And this will play on insecurities and past lives and everything else. This repeating pattern within your DNA and in your blueprint of your soul, you tend to go in. There are many on your planet this moment that have been here before, who have been through many wars before. If we look at the Holocaust, you do not want to rear your head above the parapet, so you stay in, it's safer. So there is this tune on your planet of those who have peered out before in history, and then you have been sacrificed to some degree. So we suggest that the more meditation, the more connection, the more healing you can do on yourself individually will help with your crown chakras, will help with your base chakra, will help with you grounding yourself. We will always say this. Within nature lies all the secrets, lies all the medicine that you need. The earth will provide everything that you need. We are aware as you as an individual where you have moved to. The sea air will clear your lungs, will clear your body, your porous. You're soaking in the sea salt, all the minerals that your body needs. There are many unaware of how nature can help you. So, we suggest those who are finding it difficult to open up at the moment, it would be for you to be aware this is the best time ever. But it's also we are aware of the fear that comes in, of the sensitivities. But to connect to nature, to the animals around you, watch the animals, what they do. Depending on where you are on the planet this moment, if you tune into the animals in your area, you will start to see what is happening and the changes that are happening on your planet. It is for you to live in harmony with your nature and your animals and to watch them, what they are doing. They will follow the sun, and we are aware that you have seen this too. The sun is the light energy, the codes, the information. And we also would like to suggest, yes, we are aware with yourself how you place your feet within the sea salt, but we also suggest the rain. Yes, we are aware there is acid rain for many of you on your planet, but work with the energy and the breath, the wind of the earth, always giving you information. Just be open to receive. We hope this helps. God, thank you. They just said soul lessons. So many have been brought up on the planet at this time. So many have been surfacing on the planet this time. And many of the humans have been feeling in shock to some degree, in the sense of, that's it, I'm done, I can't do much more, or what's this showing me, or again this is happening. Okay, thank you. They said, okay, and I'm always wary of what my guides are going to say. They've never had a human experience, so hopefully they're not too harsh and I try and soften it to some degree. Okay, thank you. They said the soul lessons that are coming up, sometimes they are a repeat of something that may have not fully been addressed. So with individual soul lessons, it needs to have the answers to some degree. And if there is something that is missing, that still has not hit that nerve on the head, then it will come up again. It will come up on many different areas of yourself. If you think of your personality, or there's many sides to you as an individual, you know, how we interact with individuals in our life, also those soul lessons will come up. So it means, what they said is that it means that it may come up, you know, family members, something's coming up, pushing your boundaries, or something's being triggered within you, within maybe them, or it may be your colleagues, or maybe project ideas, or it may be that not being able to move forward, or something's happening, repeating in some area around you. Okay, thank you. They just said, if a soul lesson has been brought to you, and you get through that one and you think, oh yeah, I've done it, tick, I've solved that. There are many layers to you. So it will be that it will then go deep into another layer of yourself. It's stripping you bare. Thank you. They said it's like the caterpillar that goes through many cycles of its journey, that goes through many chrysalis. Thank you. And also the coming out the sensitive side with the butterfly. Okay, thank you. Had a conversation today and it's just come up. They just sort of reminded me of the butterfly. Someone said this, but I also said about something else I know. So with the caterpillar helping it out of the chrysalis, when it turns into the butterfly, it doesn't give it the strength. The caterpillar breaking out of the chrysalis does not learn to grow strong and its strong wings to fly. As a zookeeper, this came up today in conversation, as a zookeeper, I worked with penguins, and I know that, you know, we put them in the incubator, take them away. We had a couple of issues with some of the penguins that the eggs weren't hatching out, or they're getting broken and damaged, whatever. And we put them in the incubator, and we could see through shining a light through the eggshell that this, you know, this penguin was ready to come out, and it was ready, and I think it was formed correctly, that we could see from the outside with the torch. And we had a lot of the penguins that weren't being hatched out. They weren't surviving. Some of them weren't even breaking through the eggshell. And so some of us working on that team, we tried gently to peel back, but breaking the eggshell and with the membrane, it killed them, some of them automatically. When we had tried with success, when some of them, the penguins never survived a long time. There was always something a little bit wrong with what was going on for them as an individual, and that used to break my heart. What I learned from that process, and I was talking to someone individually today about this, was that you have to allow yourself to go through that whole process. You have to break through, I can think if they said, break through whatever keeps coming up for you. Otherwise, you will not grow stronger. You will not learn to move forward. And helping individuals in our lives around us as well, if we do all the work for them, we do not enable them to actually find their own strength. They said this before. They're giving, with skates now, roller skates, to give me the image, and like the toddler, if you do not allow others to manage to get up for themselves, I'm not sure there's something going on here family-wise for you, I'm not sure individually, but if you do not allow the individuals to fall over, or even yourself to fall over, to crumble, then you do not learn how to get back up again. You do not realize that you are a fighter, that you are the phoenix rising from the ashes. And each time that you pick yourself up, you become stronger and stronger. And with the life lessons and the soul lessons to some degree, they come in different shapes and forms, addressing many different layers of yourself. So, okay, I think they just give me this now just to make sure that it's understandable. They're saying it's a bit like the diamond, the different facets, the different sides of the diamond. At first, the diamond's within the coal. It's there inside. It doesn't look much like a diamond until there is stuff that happens to it that abrasives the sides of it, that cleans and clears it, that when it comes out, it is this diamond. Okay, thank you. They said there are many. It's like the lotus flower within the Buddhist belief, growing up, growing through the murky soil and the mud within. It doesn't grow in clear water. It needs the trauma of your life to make you realize how strong you really are. But we are aware that there are some humans that you go through your whole process, that it can become tiring. And then it can be hard to search, have I gone through this lesson? What more do I need to know? I need some assistance. And that is why I think they just said, and that is why by connecting to Source, Source is there. That is why when you connect to your guides, to your team, to keep building them up, layer by layer. So when you start this process, and we're aware of you individually, that you have your guides, you have your team, but each trauma, each experience is raising your vibrational frequency. So you learn something on one layer, on one level. Let's just give me Sonic the Hedgehog now with the rings. I can hear them going. Okay, thank you. They just said you'll go through one layer, you'll go through that, and you've mastered it, and you're like, oh, I've done it, this layer, I've gone through, I've killed all the baddies and all this, I've gone through whatever it is. And then suddenly you get to the end and you're like, oh, okay, I'm done. And then there's another layer and you're like, oh, level 2. And then you try on level 2 and you're like, okay, am I nearly done? Oh, they just said, I can't say it this way. They like this. Darling, if you were done by learning all your lessons, you would be popping out right now and you'd be passing over. So this lifetime is about you learning. I just said that. So it's about the layers, the levels. Okay, thank you. They just said you get to level 2 on Sonic the Hedgehog. You go there, you just get through a few things, and suddenly all those little life things have gone and you've got to go start again back at number 1 on level 1. But you're not starting back at level 1 and not knowing anything. You've learnt something from what you achieved from the experiences from level 1. But on a deeper level and a deeper layer, you're understanding it. Okay, thank you. They said it's a bit like when you play the game, you then learn, oh, okay, I won't go through that level or that direction. I've just found a secret trapdoor. I'm going to go that way now. So it's about learning different layers of yourself. Okay, thank you. They just said, say it again. Darling, you do not want to know that if you've got through all your life lessons, because you'll be popping your cogs and going somewhere else. Okay, so that's what they just said to me. It's about lessons and layers. Thank you. You can make it easier for yourself in the sense of connecting and understanding, and that allowing yourself to know this is just another layer, this is just another lesson, this is just something else. Soul growth. Why do you think you're here? This is the time, this is the school for your soul to learn. Humans beat themselves up so much. God, I don't know who I've got in. You beat yourself up so much. Stop beating yourself up.